Shit. React, Andy. I'm down. Chat, let's go Reddit. We haven't opened up the Reddit today. Let's look at the Reddit page. Yo, my man Timeless coming in with the 2 months. I appreciate you, Timeless. Much love, dude. Thank you. All right, let's check this out.
Which one should I get? I got a Trish special earlier, but
okay. Well, it's moving around. Fuck.
Yeah, I got a fortune and it didn't.
I see.
Yeah. It was
okay, I'm gonna
bad
try.
omens for me.
I'm gonna try the gift. Oh, it speaks. It's got an automated system.
Yeah. It's
oh
my god.
Ow. I didn't expect it.
Oh.
Ow.
I want everyone who would like to participate in paintball. I just want to let you know, go-karting is too expensive. I'm not paying $4,000 for go-karting. That's expensive per person.
Did somebody say paintball?
Yes, paintball, Dan. 311, your call sign. If you're dispatch, you can participate. We're paintballing.
Hell yeah. That's lots of paintball. Shit. Yeah, where's Dan at?
Hell yeah.
369 also, but I have to process, so I'll be there after. Better not be big fucking blast.
Where do you want OTT at?
Figgle, just get them in the car.
Because you are in a vehicle
Yes.
and attempted to fumble with the license plate.
I've never committed a crime, but I still hate you for some reason. That makes sense.
Oh.
I see.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try the gift.
Okay.
Oh, it speaks. It's got an automated system.
Yeah. It's
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, he was having fun. Good.
Behind closed doors and not in front of criminals, because I don't think that we should be justifying any of their actions at any time. It makes them more likely to do
This is
this
what
sort of
Brian was
stuff.
telling us about.
In their mind it is, because then they're gonna go and see like, yup, see, Bass gets why I had to grenade 6 people.
Yeah, you can't expect me to like take this situation at face value when you're constantly getting calls from Mr. Buddha and Mr. K crying and complaining, shitting their pants, and then you answer it, sympathize with them, and then the next day, PD SOPs are changed. I mean, it's...
y'all know what the red telephone is?
Woo!
Is that the one they use for the
Woo! See, but here's the thing, man. I'm gonna be honest. This is a hot take. If Pinta, if the way that Pinta, and I love Martel. You guys know that. Every time I see her on RP, I'm excited to see her. I got nothing against Pinta, and this is honestly a real fucking statement. Okay. If the server was the way Pinta wanted it to be, and the server was the way that he acts that he wants it to be, jail time, if you committed a violent felony, you would be in jail for days. He would be able to put you in prison for the smallest reason for the max amount of time. And for anyone who says that that's not true, he put me in for a Hutch charge and didn't even fill out the paperwork for it. Like, it is true. There's tons of substantial evidence that shows that. And crims, any time that they would break the law, it would be the most max amount of punishment pretty much possible. The reason why SOPs change, and the reason why laws change, and the reason why things are changed is, number one, for the health of the server, and number two, it's because sometimes, this isn't all the time, but sometimes there are certain officers, and this isn't directed at Pinta, it happens with other people also. There are certain officers who will do things or will take advantage of the way the law is written in server or in our SOPs or in our MDW. They'll take the way or the way it's written. they'll find certain things that benefits or pushes the agenda that they're trying to push in that situation. They'll see that it works, and they will continue to do that. Example, Penta and the Nines charge for Hutch, for gun trafficking or whatever. The charge itself read 5 different things, but one part of the charge said 5 or more guns. So every time someone had 5 or more guns, they were instantly hit with gun trafficking, although there was no investigation and no actual fucking policing behind it. But because and witness tampering, sorry. But because the charge read that way, they did that every single time until the admins literally had to change it so they would stop doing it. But what's sad is that it's not Penta's fault. I mean, it is, but it isn't, because the judges should be the last barrier of defense between OOC issues with admins and cops pushing agenda. But what happens is you get judges with bias that see, like, there is literal judges that will be sent raid warrants or whatever by certain cops because they know that those judges will give them the grant to do this or to do that or to do this or to do that. Just like there's judges like Coyote or like fucking Crane that if you have them, they're going to hopefully, I mean, Crane is pretty fucking even. We'll use Coyote. Judd absolutely obliterates cops who do that. Judd is a person where it's, if you're going to get this guy arrested, I need substantial, solid evidence, no assumptions, and if you don't bring me that, you are not going to get what you're looking for. And you cannot say Judd isn't like that. If a cop brings incredible amounts of evidence, this, that, and the other against a criminal, Judd's going to hit them with the charges. But if they don't, it's not going to hold. He's very fair, and he actually demands legitimate paperwork / ownership of the charges or what they're trying to do. But there is so many, and same thing with Crane, but there's so many judges, or there were, I don't know what's going on with the server with the judge side of things, but I know that there's a judge where it's literally, I've been on cop when they're like, yo, send it to this judge and have them pass it through, because you know that judge signs off on fucking everything. You know? We'll try 5M again. But that's why things change. I hate when people see things change and they're sitting there like, oh, you guys are changing it because it affected this person or that person. No, they're changing it because people are doing dumb fucking shit that doesn't make any sense, and the admins feel like they have to physically fucking change something, like a mom or a dad changing a fucking diaper, because we aren't grown enough to be able to just not do it. And that goes for crims, and that goes for cops. Right? I mean, bro, I fucking would camp the apartments waiting for XQC to come out and go into his fucking car just so I could shoot him. Right? So what did the admins do? The admins made the apartments a green zone, so no one could fucking do that anymore. I'm just as much as a problem as everybody else. It's not just the cops. Crims make fucking things change too. You know? I remember I was shooting people fucking 10 minutes before Tsunami came. They made a change because of that too. I'm not perfect. The cops aren't always the ones who's always in the wrong, right? So.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Do what you want.
Why is everybody taking this so serious? It's just fucking GTA Jesus. You talking about it like it's an important thing. It's a game. That's why I hate GTA RP. I mean, War Dog, I agree with you, man. I wish it wasn't taken this serious, brother. I understand your frustration with the category and with the game itself. I think if there wasn't so many people, like so many content creators who literally this is their livelihood, right? We're a variety streamer. I could leave GTA today and go play a different game, and it wouldn't affect me at all, to be honest. But a lot of people aren't that way. They're not blessed with an amazing community like you guys. I'm not saying anything bad about anyone else's community. Just GTA as a category. A lot of viewers in GTA aren't very fond of different games, and I understand it. GTA is like my mom in Days of Our Lives. I use this example all the time. You get invested to the TV show. I'm invested. I was invested in The Last Kingdom. You guys, as a chat, are invested into Nopixel's storyline of characters developing and becoming this or becoming that, and then all of the stories, you know. So I agree with you. I wish it wasn't like this, man. I don't enjoy sitting there and justifying what's going on or unjustifying or whatever. But the reality is that it's like that just the way that it is and will always be, because this is people's jobs. A general statement, not true of everyone, but the vast majority of people in Nopixel want to be the main character and expect to be treated as such. Very few people know how to take L's. Agreed. The issue, I think, is that the people are getting mad about the GTA roleplay itself. It's more of how it affects a lot of streamers in their job, basically. I mean, listen. Again, as a cop, you have the ability to alter someone's stream. You do. As a cop, you're like, you know, people don't like to say this word, but you really are like an in-game admin, if you were to say. Like, you can literally sit there and be able to say, well, I could help you out and give you 20 minutes of reflection, but instead, I'm going to give you 4 hours of reflection. If someone streams for 6 to 8 hours a day, that means that over 50% of their time on stream was dictated by that individual who was arresting that person. Right? That's a pretty big responsibility that I feel like a lot of people in Nopixel, police officers wise, don't really take that to heart a lot of the time. And same thing with crims. Again, I like to give both sides. When the crims sit there and they do nothing but, back in the day in 2.0, we used to shoot cops and then rob their entire fucking pockets of everything that they had. And it doesn't affect them truly because they could just buy it all for fucking pennies and whatever. But it's not very welcoming for someone in your community to make your time and server unenjoyable. You know? It's not. So I think I can sympathize with two sides. But also, I mean, dude, I fucking lobbied for what Kyle did and on the yacht. Like, it shouldn't be someone's responsibility that every single time they're in server for 12 hours a day, every moment, every decision they make on cop shouldn't be dictated by them sitting there going, but this could affect their stream. But if I do this, this could affect what they're doing today. That's not healthy. That's not healthy. And same thing with crims. Doing something and then getting upset when you get fucked over for it. Again, you subjected yourself to that. You know? And again, I'm not perfect. Chat, I'm talking like you guys talk. You guys have no idea what the fuck you're talking about when it comes to having experience in the server, but you have very, very big opinions. And this is my opinion. This isn't coming from someone who feels like he knows everything. This is me talking to you the way that I want to talk to you. And this is you talking to me the way you want to talk to me. I'm not saying that I'm a fucking admin. I'm not saying that I know everything about the server. I don't. I'm just talking to you guys like human beings. And I hope you guys can respect that and understand that this isn't me saying that other streamers are dog shit or whatever. This is just my opinion. And this is me looking at the category. That's all. That's it.
It's just my opinion. I don't know. I think I'm having just a weird time adjusting to cop. I thought I was actually excited for it at the beginning of the week, because I was like, oh shit, I haven't played cop, it's gonna be dope. But it's very strange playing cop right now. I personally, I just don't like the whole like, oh, like, you know, I don't like the life, like just life lift. And how many units do we have? 3. This is a Flecka. We need 4 plus -2 because motor unit, but there's 3 inside of the charger, but the charger's slowed down. Keep the vehicle an A plus. Wait, it's a tuner. It's a VIN scratch tuner car with turbo upgrades, so it's S plus, but the 2 motor units are A plus because now the vehicle's smoking. So keep the car into A plus normal, S plus minus. If you have an extra motorcycle, it's violating the SOPs. SWAT units, you can have 2.5 syringes. Only deploy one of the syringes if you breach the 3rd floor of the casino at 35 minutes in. You can use 1 smoke grenade minus a flashbang plus adrenaline if you have an extra adrenaline, but it weighs.
Man, having content handed to you all day must be hard. See, I don't like that statement. Listen, you're people. I feel like people, because I play cop for 2 days, think I'm a cop main. Chad, I'm very much a criminal main. I've played criminal for 4 fucking years. For 4 years, I have played criminal. I haven't had a cop until the last year. And even when I had a cop, I maybe have logged 500 hours in on cop and maybe 7 to 10,000 hours on criminal in the last 4 years. Right? Like, I feel like everyone's sitting here and they're thinking, oh, you play cop, so you have this opinion. Chad, I'm a fucking criminal. I am a fucking criminal, man. Like, through and through. Everything that I do in server is nothing but usually criminal. And I'd like to think that I'm pretty fucking cool with, and most of the time, I fuck up just like everyone else. I would like to believe I'm pretty cool with most of the people who I arrest. And I'm a pretty fucking lenient person. I'm competitive, and there's plenty of times where my competitiveness bleeds in into my RP. And I wish I wasn't like that. I fucking hate it. I know Jared talks about it all the time. We both get fucking mad. We both get worked up, and I wish I wasn't like that. But I'm human, and I make mistakes, and that's gonna happen. But to say it's hard, it must be hard to have RP handed to you all the time. Man, that is a base statement. Because without cops, the server would be so fucking boring. So boring. Without cops, it's not Nopixel, man. It's GTA Online. So before you sit there with your fucking Doritos in one hand and you're porn in the other hand on your fucking cell phone. Hopefully I'm in the middle and you're not, doing both at one time. Because if I get trifected into this, I'm gonna be a little upset. So at least when you're doing the dirty, just close my screen for a little bit. That's fine, unless hey, unless you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Anyways, but it's just, dude, it's a base statement, man. It's a based ass fucking statement. I fucking hate shitty cops too, man. And there's plenty of them. And I don't even want to call them shitty cops. I hate cops who do shitty things. I hate it. Especially when I'm on crim. That's why I get called Hypocrite Hutch, man. The double H. The double fucking H, baby. The double H, like a battery, baby. Double A. It's because I'll do a lot of things and I'll think about it. And I'll fucking reflect. And I'm like, damn, I'm a fucking idiot. But I'm also the first person to admit when he's wrong. You guys know this. I do it all the time. Every argument, all of that shit. If I believe I'm wrong, I'm the first person to step forward and say, yo, I fucked up. And I'm sorry. But I'm also the first person to go against anybody and to put what I believe is the truth or what's right and not give a fuck about it. I've been banned for it. I've literally been banned for speaking up about shit that I didn't agree with because I just did it the wrong way. Right? I'm a very loyal individual, but I will also always make sure or try to make sure that people aren't getting screwed. But man, dude, it's very frustrating. I feel bad for cops. I do. I truly feel bad for cops. Because, man, dude, if I was a cop main in the state of the server right now, and I'm not even talking about fucking end character, dude. I'm talking OOC. I'm talking the amount of fucking chat hoppers you got to deal with on a general basis. And I'm just using our community as an example because I don't want to shit talk anyone else's community. But, dude, even during the silent and during the CG stuff, bro, and even the summit stuff, like, the amount of fucking chat hoppers I got, and those guys are my family. And I love them, and they love me. It's just disgusting, bro. And I hate it. I feel bad for the dudes who are solo. I feel bad for the Snow. I feel bad for the Kyles. I feel bad for the Rhodes. And like I said, I'm not saying that Kyle didn't fuck up. This is separate from the situation that happened, chat. This is not involved with the fucking stuff that went on the boat. This is just cops in general. I'm using Kyle as an example because I know he won't get mad at me for saying his name. But man, dude, some of the cops, they get put through the fucking ringer by you guys, and they don't deserve it, dude. They don't deserve it, man. Y'all gotta chill out with that shit. Because without them, without people who, I'm not saying it's not enjoyable. Cop is really enjoyable. But if, one day there was no cops in the server, Nopixel would die faster than anything else. There is no cop that can make the fucking server die faster than all the cops not waking up.
Weighs 732
remember that.
pounds, so you're gonna have to -2 Kevlar, but there's already 12 units on scene, so you can have one less adrenaline that you had before. And it's just like, I don't even feel like I'm role playing, dude. I just feel it's just, maybe it's my.
You talked about police changing people's streams. Crims do the same thing with Hell Weeks. I disagree. I disagree, man. I disagree. Well, hold that thought. I will tell you why in one moment. Because now I have to defend the Crims because I've been defending the cops for the last 20 fucking minutes. So let's finish this clip because I know a lot of you guys are getting upset for me stopping this fucking 5 times. So let's finish the clip and then I'll talk.
My hot take, man.
Yo, love you, Chili. Have a great day at work, man. See you later.
Some people are like, this guy's just fucking bitching. But like, I don't know, dude. I can get behind like, hey, let's not have too many cops on scene. But now when you have like home turf rule, so like Little Soul has like 14 people or 12 people or whatever it is like shooting at you, and we're like, guys, let's do a head count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you guys are gonna have to break off to the Polito. It's just fucking weird. It feels weird. I mean, some people are having fun, and that's cool. I'm sure a lot of cops were probably enjoying it. I had some people come in and say, I'm actually having a lot of fun. That's good. Me bitching should not, take away from anybody enjoying themselves. I just have a very hard time, like, getting immersed when I hear, like, so many, like, non-immersive things being said, like, via in character or on radio or, I guess out of character. I mean, that would make more sense, but mainly it's, like, hard for me to, like, really get into my role as a cop when I feel like a lot of people on the server are not really like trying to stay in character, I guess, especially during like those shootouts and during the actives and stuff like that. If we compare like the beginning of 3.0 where people were like getting pulled over and they're like, oh shit, dude, we're getting pulled over, we're gonna get fucked, to now where people are like, $100 speeding ticket, bam bam bam, that's what you guys get Hell Week. It's it is what it is. I guess it partially is Hell Week, but also I think some of it has to do with just like people getting too comfortable or maybe getting, I don't know, bored, and they're just trying to
Chat, was there a lot of people who were shooting people at traffic stops? Server's not up. We've tried. Yeah, but at the same time, Crims wouldn't just have 4 or 6. It's all dependent on what you find immersive. Yeah. So first off, I'm gonna answer the first thing what we talked about like a second ago, chat. See, you guys say that cops affect our roleplay or our streams by sending us to prison, but we affect the cops' streams by shooting them and doing Hell Week. You guys got to understand something, okay? Let's do this. Crim. Cop. Okay? Adele's playing right now, by the way. Okay, so if a cop shoots a Crim has guns, okay, that they've lost, we'll say guns, we'll just do 10K. Okay? 10K worth of guns. Drugs. Oops, that's 2 G's. 5K. And we'll say every $1,000 is what? 5 minutes? I think that's pretty good. So you got the drugs, you got the guns, you got the prep time, you got the car, right? And this is all just money, right? We're just talking about money right now. We're just turning all of this into time. You got the prep, you got the guns, you got the drugs, you got the car, you got the time that it takes after you've already lost. So jail time, we'll just do J time. You got D time, which is downtime, where you get talk to the EMS. So if we do every 10K or we'll just do every $1,000 is a minute. So that's 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Prep is at least 20 to 30 minutes. So right now we're at 45 minutes to an hour. So at this point, we're at 1 hour long. Okay? We're at an hour long. Then you have the car itself. This is like, it's hard to put a time on a car. Because a car it could be $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 worth of, or $20,000, $30,000. That is just, we'll just do this. We'll just put 15 minutes. Although it's usually so much more time. If we do time to money ratio with what we're doing above, it's so much more time. But between all of this, it's an hour. We'll just do an hour and 15 minutes. Now with this right here, downtime. This is the big one. Because this is where it varies like crazy. If you are in a shootout, if CG is in a shootout with cops, and you're fucking Curtis, and you instantly get downed, and you have to wait that entire time from getting downed to getting up at the EMS, and you're on your way to jail, you're looking at a minimum 2 hours. At a fucking minimum. And anyone who thinks that is a crazy amount, or that I am just throwing that number out, you have not been downed enough in character. Because you have to think the gunfight alone is going to be 45 minutes to an hour. At the very least, if they're holding out in Little Seoul. Okay? The gunfight alone is going to be an hour. Then they're going to sit there and just stand on your bodies if they are victorious and they wipe. They're going to sit there and stand on your bodies for another 30 minutes. Then they're going to call EMS, and EMS is going to go through their role play. If it's EMS who don't get to wake up very often, they're going to do that for 30 to 45 minutes. So you're honestly looking at more of 2.5 hours. You're looking at a legitimate 2.5 hours on the ground. But we're going to do 2 hours because we're not going to have any bias. Then on top of that, if you just shot a cop with a class 2, and usually the boys are rocking 2 class 2s. Right? So we're gonna take this spot over here for the time. So attempted murder on a government employee or a LEO is how long? How long is that? We're gonna do it times 8. It's always times 8. Is it 45? 45. So what is 45 times 8, chat? $360 months. Right? You have 360 months here. I've never gotten above 200 months, but we're just going to put the 360 there. Then you got your guns, which is going to be another 20 months. Right? 20 months for the guns. Then you got your drugs, which is going to be another, I think it's 12 months for Oxy. You got your guns for 12 months. If you were just if you were running from the police, you're gonna get reckless evading, which is another 12, or I will just do 10. I'm not sure on that. Reckless evading, and if you got a dick, that's gonna be even longer. But we'll just do these charges. So in total, you have 360 plus 20, 380 plus 12, 392 plus 10, 402 months divided by 60 minutes. What is 402 divided by 60? Time isn't multiplied on attempted murder. Okay, wonderful. I'll scratch all this out. So 45 plus 20. I don't know why I'm writing this down. That's 65, 12, 77, 10, 87. 87 months. So 87 months is an hour and 37 minutes. So we got 1 hour and 37 minutes. So, 3 hours, 4 hours, at the minimum, the next 4 hours, after your situation is already done, the next 4 hour and 27 minutes, doesn't change the fact that it's still going to be 4 hours. The next 4 hours of your time is going to be repercussions of what just happened. Now, if you're looking at a cop, okay? You get a call. You get a call. The call is a 99 Alpha, right? This is the same situation. It's going to take you 10 minutes to drive to the scene. You're going to be there. You get shot first. You are down for 2 hours. You are on the ground watching your cops deal with the entire situation. Right? This includes being down on the ground, the EMS getting to you, you getting back up. And from that point on, nothing. And that's without an airlift. Chat, we're not looking at airlifts. We're not looking at anything like that. We are just talking about the exact same scenario for them as to us, because we are being even. We are not doing, I have no bias here. This isn't me justifying the cop side. This isn't me justifying the crim side. I'm answering a question in chat. I don't care about the fucking airlift. I don't care about any of that bullshit. Relax. So at the very most, the cops' time is affected by 2 hours and 10 minutes. And again, the only reason why we're putting down 2 hours is because we gave 2 hours to the crims. This for cops is honestly, that is at the very, 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 very repeating most. If we're being 100% honest on a more consistent scale, we're going to put 1 hour. Because after an hour, they're going to airlift. Crims cannot, but they are going to airlift. So, we are looking at 1 hour and 10 minutes compared to 4 hours as a crim. So, and this is during a same gunfight. If we're talking about rolling up and getting shot on a traffic stop, right? You get shot on a traffic stop, cops roll up to your person, they call in EMS as long as a gunfight doesn't ensue afterwards. You get picked up from that traffic stop. You're looking at, from the moment a bullet is fired to the moment you get up, 45 minutes. But if a cop rolls up into the Little Seoul, and then you get arrested for standing there, minding your own business, but you have a class 2 on your back, and then a gunfight ensues, and then you get shot down by cops, you're looking at a minimum of 2 hours. That does, I can honestly say I don't think that changes. Does anyone disagree? Yeah, the server for me is down. The cops aren't OP. They're. I'll talk about that here in a second. I mean, they are. They are. But the server, the admins and Coil are taking everything that they can to try and not make it that way, which is what I'm going to talk about with this statement. AZ, thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. Do you think Crims will do a Heaven Week where they do no crime, fish, or something? Is that boring? Gives cops a taste of nothing to do? No, that will never happen. There will always be Crims who will be doing crime. To do a Heaven Week will truly never fucking happen. It just can't. It won't. To get an entire server to not do crime is impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. The big issue is cops go from shootout to shootout for hours, and that's the rough part. From CG shootout to GG holdout to bank to meth runs, exhausting to watch as a viewer. But again, that's the cop's choice. At the end of the day, I mean, the only time they have to go, like they are forced to go, is a 99 alpha. And for that point, I can understand. I can understand the frustration. But I feel like with a lot of cops, they're a high enough ranking to where they can just choose not to go. If they really wanted to, they could just not show up. You know? Crims maul when cops don't show up. I fucking agree. Yep, agreed. But then they mauled when too many cops show up, which is what I told Brian today. It's a lose-lose situation. The gang shootout's a perfect example. If we stay there and we arrest the GSF for gang-related shooting, they get mad at us for not chasing BSK and going and trying arresting them while they have the guns. I've been in that situation. I would get so fucking mad when the cops would sit on my dead body instead of going and chasing the people who fucking won the gunfight. And then, if we chase BSK, they would get mad because we chased them instead of staying with the dead people on the ground. I've been in the shoes of both sides now, and I understand that for cops, there is truly, it's a lose-lose. You're always the bad guy, especially in the viewer's eyes. You know? There's nothing they can do. Split force into two, that doesn't work either because you don't send. There's very few times when nothing's going on. Like in that situation, there's 3 of us. Or am I just going to go by myself? I'm going to go and chase 5 individuals with class 2s by myself. That's MVL. I could do it. I'm not going to. Law enforcement's job is to end the threat. So yes, they should chase an active threat. But game wrecked. Law enforcement's job is to end the threat. But in RP, right? We see 4 individuals down. We see people leaving, but we have people who are dying in front of us. So you're telling me that if there's 3 of us, 5 of them, my job is to chase after them instead of making sure the people who are shot isn't dead? A class 2 is a automatic firearm. AKs, APs, shit like that. No, that's not what you're supposed to do. But at the same time, you could lobby for exactly what you said. Chase them. Do something. They just shot people. It's an automatic firearm. Anything that is class 2 and if it's automatic, it's considered a class 2 firearm. In GTA at least. Cops are the bad guys because they will go so hard for the W. They force crims to shoot them because they have no other option. That is a just incredibly based statement. But if we talk about what he's saying about not enjoying doing that stuff, I understand where he's coming from a fundamental standpoint of like playing cop from then to now. Alex has been around in the server a lot longer than I have. I have a lot of respect for him. He's a really good role player. But at the same time, I mean, just like he said, he hasn't played cop. He comes back for a week, and these are the guys who get the shitty end of the stick in this exact scenario. To be honest, he's just one of the people who got the shitty end of the stick. And sometimes in roleplay that happens. The reality is Hell Week is months and months and months of fucking buildup. Right? Months and months and months of buildup, and it is a response to the action of your fellow police officers on the force. Just like if I haven't raced in months, and I went and raced during EU, and Rhodes was on duty. Before, maybe I could have finished my race, but now I get spiked in the middle of it, I get arrested, and I get hit with maximum time, maximum fine, and I get my entire bank account washed and my dongle taken. It happens on both sides. It happens on both sides. And there's been plenty of times where crims have gotten the shitty end, and there's plenty of times where cops get the shitty end. Sadly for Alex, this is just one of those times. And it sucks. I feel bad for him. Hasn't Coil said that the server has moved more towards content? A lot of the OGs are stuck in the old ways of waiting pure RP. It's a thing of the past. At the end of the day, the server fundamentally will be an RP server. But yes, the server is more content-oriented now than it has ever been. Yes, because you can only drive around in the server for so long and talk and do the same things over and over again that we've been doing for 4 years. I do think the server has to evolve and has to become something newer every single year, every single other month or whatever to keep progressing. But at the same time, I would still say it's an RP server, 1000%. Do you have a discount code for Displate? You can click the link below the stream and you can get your Displate a discount from that link. Yeah. You mean all the crim content is for the first hour before Tsunami? What are you talking about? Just wondering, Hutch, has Coil expressed that he is frustrated with Hell Week and all that to you guys, and has he been talking about it the other day? He was talking about it the other day. I have not been reached out to by anyone, Coil or admins, about Hell Week at all. No one has reached out to me, said it was good, said it was bad, nothing. Oh, got it, fixture. I'm an idiot. I mean, you guys should know this by now. I don't know words. I can't spell them, nor do I know the definition of a lot of them. Could get me in trouble one day. Is it true that the PD interceptors are better than Civ cars? No. The PD Interceptor in A+ is probably in a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the best A+ vehicle in the city. It probably ranks around 6. There is plenty of interceptors, or there's plenty of A+ vehicles that are better than interceptors. Plenty of them. I honestly think our CVPI in A+ is better than an interceptor in A+. It's honestly really fucking slow. No, again, chat, that's not me being like any dude. I play crim more than I play cop. I promise you. I literally, if someone knows how good an A+ car is, it's the guy who fucking sells or facilitates the sales of A+ vehicles through a business that does nothing but sells the meta. My business is the only thing that H&O is used for is selling cars that are meta cars that have been bought out from PDM and are so fucking good that we sell it even more. Me and Jalen know more about cars than pretty much anyone else in the server other than Wise Guys because he fucking coded them. Do you think Coil going on Soze, releasing all of CG from the prison kind of was a slap in the face to the cops? I think that Coil has the right to do whatever the fuck Coil wants to do in Nopixel. I think anyone, Reddit, streamer, all of us, can suck a fucking massive, humongous, Donkey Kong-sized cock to ever question what that motherfucker does. That's what I think. I think my opinion doesn't mean shit because this fucking server would never have existed without this guy. Yet these fucks think that they have the right to question anything he does. Fuck your roleplay. Fuck what you did. You're talking about the guy who has enabled all of this for us. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? If there is one person who has the right to do it, and has the right to do whatever the fuck he wants, it's Coil. And that anyone who questions what he does deserves to, number one, not be part of the server, but number two, just suck a fucking dick. Because who the fuck are you? Without him, you wouldn't even be here. If you don't like what he does, go fucking somewhere else. You have no right. Without him, 90% of the fucking careers that have been started on GTA roleplay wouldn't fucking even be close to where it is now. Coil is the reason why all of us have the opportunity, and number one, streaming, but number two, to create content for people to enjoy all around the world. And to question him, and again, to be honest, fuck Coil, dude. I fucking hate that guy. But to be real, there's just no one who can question what that guy does. He's the one guy who you can't question. Like, he really is. I hate the fact that people give that man a hard time when in reality, this server wouldn't be shit without him. It would have never existed. Yes, Coil he's literally the owner and operator, and he's the one who made Nopixel from the ground up, him and his dev team, yes. And he does nothing but want to see his server progress, because at the end of the day, this is his child. This is his baby. And I promise you, he's not doing things to make the server die. And there's a reason why Nopixel has been the #1 server in roleplay for the last 4 fucking years. It's not because he's bad at what he does. I promise you that. Brian Wright, you're 1,000% wrong. No, he is not. Yeah, man, I hate when people ask what my opinion is and then have that same statement in the same sentence as Coil. My opinion is Coil can do whatever the fuck he wants. That's my opinion. My opinion is if there's one person who can do anything that he fucking wants, if he wants to ride around on a golden fucking cock around the city, flying at Mach speed, throwing grenades from the heavens, and producing fucking small chickens that murder everyone that they come in contact with, by God, do it. Do whatever you want. You know? While pooping. Same thing goes for Wise Guy. Same thing goes for DW. Same thing goes for anybody who fucking enables any of us to be able to roleplay on this server.
What about you know Maya's shop? Maya's, the one that sells food down at the beach.
Myers.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I can ping you.
Yep. Ping me at 898.
So just to be sure, you gotta come down to the beach, right? You wanna come and eat with me?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay, so I ping you. You come eat my ass at the beach.
Who is this? You?
I couldn't get it out. I couldn't fucking get it out, dude.
Fucking idiot. We've already watched this, but watch it again.
It feels good to actually get some give and take from the cops, you know? I'm a happy man when that shit... That's all I need, you know? Like, if I get fucked over once in a while, that's to be expected. I'm a criminal. But, man, it puts a smile on my face when we get role play. And, you know, we still kind of got fucked.
At your opinion, man, but Kyle and Pinta aren't as bad as you think. Haha, you might be confusing their characters with their OOC personalities. You responded to Zion. Zion said... What did you say? What did you say? What did you say? In chat, there's nothing wrong with what we're doing right now. There's nothing wrong with having conversations unbiased, or even with you guys. Some of you guys are fucking biased as all hell. There's nothing wrong with having conversations about what goes on in roleplay. You know, I encourage this kind of stuff. As long as you're not shit-talking anybody, as long as you're not, like, questioning anybody or fucking being an asshole, this is completely fine, man. I encourage this kind of stuff. But whenever you sit there and you badmouth streamers or badmouth content creators in the server, that's whenever this kind of stuff has a negative effect. You know, that's why you have to make sure that you're not an asshole, dude. You can't be a fucking asshole, dude. That's why I say this because we have a lot of people in here, man. If you get the urge to chat hop, just don't, man. Just because they're role players, just because they're streamers, doesn't mean they aren't going through something. Just like how you guys, I guarantee you, a lot of you guys are going through hardships in life, you know? And just because these guys are streamers doesn't mean that they're not going through some shit. There's plenty of us. There's plenty of fucking streamers who go through depression, who deal with a lot of anxiety, and people, they just have to wake up every day and put a smile on their face, and you got to continue what they do, you know? Because this is our job. So before you go over there and before you call them a piece of shit fucking moron who deserves nothing but to rot in hell for the fucking in-character actions in a roleplay server, just think about it, man. That's all I ask. Or come here and talk shit to me. You know, I'll just, I'll fuck with you and then ban you later.
Fuck, like, we lost 4 guns. Really 5, when you think about it. 4 of them, I just bought. So we took like a $15,000 L there. So we still took a hit, but like at least it was give and take, and it's just not like a one-sided shit show. So I do appreciate that from an RP standpoint. So shout outs to all the police there that were involved and shit. That was.
Let's check out what this one says.
Found inside there that may happen.
Oh, this is us.
So probably not. I'm kind of jumping the gun a little bit.
Because I just fucking wiped GSF at the same fucking shootout that we were just at 2 minutes ago.